News, the most watched news in the Mid-South.
One officer, 7 police departments, terminated 5 times. FOX13 Investigates told you about Christopher Curry last night. Tennessee's Post Commission voted to decertify him in March. He is appealing that decision. But there is nothing to stop an officer decertified in one state from working in another state.
FOX13 investigative reporter Kayla Solomon shows us how this keeps happening here in the Mid-South and offers a possible solution.
Ontarian Malone and Marquavius Williams, 2 Memphis police officers involved in a deadly car chase in May 2023. 17-year-old Jasmine Kynes was killed when the fleeing vehicle hit the car she was in. The unborn child of another passenger also died that day in Orange Mound. The department said Malone and Williams were not authorized to chase and that they drove off, leaving the injured victims to fend for themselves. Malone and Williams resigned while under investigation. Williams and Malone were both hired to work in the Hernando Police Department in Mississippi, but they left that department after they were indicted on criminal charges for the chase. FOX13 told you about Officer Connor Bracken. He was involved in the deadly shooting of a person while with the Jackson, Tennessee police force. He later joined the McNairy County Sheriff's Office, where he was accused of shooting into someone's mobile home, killing several dogs. He faces criminal charges for that. Fellow Memphis police officers nicknamed Officer Colin Berryhill Taserface for his frequent stun gun use. He resigned from MPD in 2020 while facing a disciplinary hearing, then joined South Haven Police. He resigned from that agency in March of 2024. Officers resigning while facing investigation or discipline has been a problem across the country, and tracking them can be difficult.
We've got to assure the public that we can first police ourselves.
Brian Grisham is Deputy Director of IDLIS, the International Association of Directors of Law Enforcement Standards and Training. His group runs a database of decertified law enforcement officers. It has more than 56,000 entries. Reporting to it is voluntary, but most of the state certification agencies in the country participate, and some require departments to check the decertification database before hiring.
Tennessee has a mandate that the NDI be queried and that certain things be reported to the NDI, and they have a prohibition of hiring anyone in the NDI.
The Post Commission certifies police officers in Tennessee. It told FOX13 it relies on law enforcement agencies to report information about why officers leave their departments. That doesn't always happen. Departments rely on that information while making their hiring decisions.
You are only as good as what you are going to put into a database. And so, and that's the challenge that the state gave to all the chiefs and sheriffs, is to make sure and document that.
Chief Donna Turner with Covington Police says her department is as thorough as possible as vetting potential hires, checking their backgrounds, digging into their finances, scouring social media, and even doing surprise home visits.
I have been around long enough that I will call other chiefs, I will call other sheriffs. I'm not going to hire somebody without talking to somebody in their current agency before hiring them. I'm just not going to do it. And that's just a choice that I have made.
When officers break the law or commit major policy violations, departments can seek to have that officer's certification revoked. The Post Commission reviews cases monthly and frequently decertifies problem officers. But again, being decertified in one state does not necessarily prevent someone from being hired in another. Kayla Solomon, FOX13 Investigates.